So I'm pretty much done with the pupil right there, and then right just outside of the eye, I have circled this super dark shadow, so I'm going to hit that up with a layer of 2B as well. And this is going to sound weird, but I'm not really drawing with my pencil. I'm not really feeling like I'm drawing with my pencil. All I'm doing is scribbling in some different dark patches. Here's another little dark patch here where the crease is at. And I think the last thing I'm going to take care of is this eyebrow up here. So I mean, it's literally stuff anybody can do. We're just going slow. I'm not adding any extra pressure. I'm just using the natural weight of the pencil, just filling in a couple patches of dark right there. And then these are two things I really want to use at this point. Definitely going to be using some scrap paper and the used tort. Very important to have scrap paper nearby so you can wipe off the tort on this. And then all these different grays that are going down all around the eye, I'm just going to take care of with my tort. So I'm constantly looking over here next to the eye, just looking back and forth, back and forth. And I'm just taking care of all these different tones of gray with my tort. So I pretty much already took care of that whole section right there. Going in on the eyebrow next. And then look at this. Up here at the forehead, I'm really asking myself, how is the light moving around this part of the face? So from left to right, slight curve. So I'm keeping that in mind. Look at this. We got a highlight right there. I'm avoiding the highlight. So I'm sticking to the far left side here. I'm letting the highlight be the white of the paper. And I'm just going over with the tort anywhere that I see some gray. So that's the easiest way to not have a bunch of pencil lines all over your portrait. Don't even use the pencil up there in the gray. Now this section of shadow is a little bit darker. So I might go in here with couple layers of the 2B to kind of add a little darker patch there. And then I'll just take my tort and tort it up. Blend it out, hit it with a little blendini. Now the last little thing I'm going to show y'all is when to use the new tort. It's moments like this. We have a shadow right next to a highlight. See this right here, shadow right next to a highlight. I'm going to take my minty, clean, newer tort, little circles right next to it. I'm just kind of transitioning it into the highlight there. Very, very subtle little thing, but it takes it to that next level of photorealism. And then after that, I just go back in with my sharp 2B pencil. I just sharpen up these different details in here. If it's a crazy dark area, I leave it the unblended 2B. If I'm seeing some specific lines and creases, I'm just kind of going back over those. Maybe add some little texture for the eyebrow there. And probably the next thing I'd go in on would be the hair. Now, his hair is pretty straightforward. It's all just one value. If your hair is looking a little complicated, just save it for the end. We'll just save it for the end. After that, I'd probably take care of the nose, then the lips, then the hands. So I'm really just looking at the whole left side of the portrait. At this stage, another super helpful thing for me to look at is going to be my original picture here. Let's see if I can even find it. Here we go. Super helpful to have your Google image pulled up. That way we can make it full screen and zoom in on stuff. Sometimes I'll even like screenshot and then I can zoom in even more. Look at that. Zoom in even more. Look, I got a cast shadow right underneath the glasses there. So super helpful to be looking at your picture on the computer. I see students all the time. They're like, this isn't looking good. I need help with this. And they don't even have the computer out. If you don't have your computer out, you're tripping. There's no way you can achieve photorealism just by looking at this printed out Google image that has a bunch of pen marks on it. You gotta zoom in on stuff. You gotta check out all the helpful things I have for you in Schoology as well. These are the two major ones right here. Starting the portrait, realistic portrait process. These two right here, that's what you want to be checking out. So anyway, man, that is it for me. Go ahead, sit where you want, and raise your hand if you got a question for me.